Hi, happy Sabbath, and welcome to Live It, Living Eternally, where our presentations encourage you to live lives for eternity. This afternoon, we will be passing the mic to various young people in the form of poetry, and to yourself as you answer questions based on last Sabbath's presentation. So without further ado, here is Clayton Jennings with God.
They say the angels marvel at why you love us so much, but people down here say you don't love us enough. They say the atheists look at the heavens and don't believe that you're there. If I'm being honest, I don't feel worthy to take a breath of your air. I don't contemplate what angels and men think about you. I wish I could be like you, but I don't know how to. You are everything that I'm not. And God, I'm trying my best to follow you with everything that I've got. But sometimes in this world of fury, it's hard to focus. I'm trying to keep my eyes on the God of David, of Daniel, and Moses. You rained down fire on Sodom, and your hand split the oceans. You welcome home sinners with arms always open. You created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh. You created me in your image, and you changed my life in a second. You formed the stars with your breath and the waters with your spirit. I'm drawn to the sound of your melody whenever I hear it. Your choir is the wind, and your voice is the thunder. You gave grace to my sins and lifted the noise I was under. You light up the sky with lightning bolts of your power. Your majesty stretches above the clouds, my God is a tower. Your throne is somewhere out past this earthbound gravity. I was born with a curse of depravity that was passed to me. But you didn't expect me to be perfect, that's something you never asked of me. It took the blood of your son to rescue me from this tragedy. The world might think I'm crazy and my critics might laugh at me. I just hope one day they meet the God who died for them too. They know not what they do, just followers of Satan who lied to them too. So they can mock and sneer and call the things of my God laughable. But you go beyond the limits of the finite natural. You reach past the infinite and into eternity. And like the fire of Nebuchadnezzar, you walk into the flames and you burn for me. And I'm trying to be who you want me to be. I look past the heavens and I see the outline of your majesty. Heavy is your call on my life and the torch that you passed to me. I'm just trying to be faithful to you, God, my King. Glory to the Most High. Someday I'll join with the angels and sing. But for now, my mind can't comprehend your glory, can it? I won't understand you fully until I'm off this planet. And if I'm being honest, I look forward to leaving this place. I'm an astronaut born to be with you. Down here, I'm misplaced. Up there, I'm at home in glory. Down here, I'm disgraced. But if the world hates me, I have to remember it hated you first. You offer living water at the well to be traded for thirst. You walked on water and you turned water into wine. You calmed the storms and you took the sins that were mine. Someday, every knee will bow and every tongue will confess. Reality will set in for the sinner like a gun to the head. You don't have to be from Moscow to play Russian roulette. Every day people risk life after death, but you offer a way out for flawed people like me. Sons and daughters of the King is what you've called people to be. You are fashioning my hands for battle and my life for war. For the first time I can see, my sight's restored. And out of these ashes I will rise to tell others about you. And you will lift me up and speak through me when I don't know how to. So use me, God, and speak through my weakness. With everything in me, I'll follow you, Jesus. And someday I'll fall to the ground when we meet. I'll live this life in hopes of placing crowns at your feet. And I can picture you there with angels in flight. Until then, you've called me to run into the night. And into the darkness I'll continue to go. And into your word I'll continue to grow. You are worthy of every demon that comes against me. In your arms I am strong, in your river you rinse me. So take my life and use me, Lord. Your faith is my shield. Your truth is my sword.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Church Heritage Quiz. Now this quiz will be based on the AY presentation we did last week. So I hope you guys were able to tune in. Now, there will be 15 questions. 15 questions that we're going to provide in this video. So I'm hoping you guys could keep up with the video. If you cannot keep up with the video, feel free to pause it so you can write down your answers. Alright, so get your pen, get your pencils, get a piece of paper, or we're going to get started. Are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Go!
One of the most dangerous terms in English diction. If it could be translated into audio, it would sound like from the saxophone of Lisa Simpson. Two words designed and strategically combined to form the biggest oxymoron in the history of mankind. Almost. But see, as far as the world's concerned, you could live your life foul and could almost get away with murder if you have a nice smile. You could almost meet folks just to almost sleep around, then stop at your local clinic. Well, you almost had a child. See, almost is no stranger to Satan. Here's proof. He only tells lies when they're almost the truth, and it's amazing. In our incompleteness, we find complacence. But if almost is one of Lucifer's many traits, then we are inadvertently good at Satan impersonations. But on the contrary, Christ did his job fully, and he proved he was God when he died on the cross like it was his duty. And to pardon my iniquities that I committed rudely, he resurrected from the grave just to tell death to excuse me. But excuse me, this is your life, and that's something I can't impose on. But your body is God's home, which wasn't loaned to get foreclosed on. See, an almost Christian looks right but lives wrong. Can't stand the conviction in Romans, so they sit down to be comforted in Psalms. Never understood worship, but love to sing songs like, I surrender all. Most. Because it's far too expensive for you to spend your life on five senses. See, nowadays Christianity's like a Louis rag. No functional use, but we just rock it because it's stylish. Not righteous, but right-ish. So now all God sees is a pile of Ishmaels when he intended for Isaacs. And we're moved by how we feel, so we're saved when we feel like it. So technically we've never really been saved, we merely tried it. So no wonder why we're never sold out when we return it after we buy it now. Let me break it down, because you need to beware that your life could lack the very standards that need to be there. Because on that final day of judgment, while God's receiving his air, will he say, son, well done, or medium rare? Because even by worldly standards, it'll be highly insane for you to start spending all of your money days before you almost get paid. Like parents, you wouldn't send your kids to a school that's almost safe. And ladies, would you really date a man who claims he's almost straight? And this is the very thing about God that we all try to get around, but his standards are like between two mountains, no middle ground. So a halfway life is unprofitable to you. Because after all the Sunday services, Bible studies, and prayer meetings, and everything that goes between, God will say, I never knew you. But that's not even the worst part of living your life as neutral. It's that you were once Arctic, but it's your warmness that is causing him to spew you. And this is the very thing that had me. I was bound and held down by the unforgiving gravity of my spiritual reality. I was a Christian, or at least the fantasy, with a filthy personal life, but God bless you, brother. How you doing, sister? Personality. I was a male enveloped by guilt because I was stamped. I said I was a male enveloped by guilt because I was stamped a sinner. Couldn't be received because I didn't represent the sender, yet I was almost delivered. Till that one day that I absolutely and completely surrendered, I took heed to a modern prophet who proclaimed it was time for change. Now I'm no longer bound to sin, point blank off the chain. You could ask Umar Abdul Muttalib. He'll tell you the same. You don't almost go to jail when you almost blow up a plane. Like you don't almost go to hell when you almost get saved. Despise the cross that he was slain and thus the cause in which he came. But don't worry, I'm almost done. But before I leave this stage, we have all worked in sin and death was minimum wage. I said, we've all worked in sin and death was minimum wage. But if it wasn't for Christ, we would have almost got paid.
Let's go. I hope you guys did okay. So now it's time for the answers. And so what I want you guys to do is at the end of the 15th question, I need you guys to go on our YouTube live feed chat and tell us how much you got correct out of 15. Whether you got 12, 13, 14, which ones you got wrong. Just let us know. Alright, so let's check out these answers. So how did you guys do? Now remember, let us know how much out of 15 you guys got correct on the YouTube live chat. I hope you guys were able to show and reflect your knowledge about the origin of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. With that being said, this concludes our church heritage question and answers. Everybody stay safe, stay blessed. God love.